Hey, what's up YouTube fam? Brandon Weaver here once again, and today we're talking about why you never pay debt collectors, why you don't have to pay debt collectors, why you shouldn't be paying debt collectors, why you don't pay them, don't be paying no debt collectors. Jerome, sit your butt down, don't be paying no debt collectors. You better sit down, Jerome, don't be paying no debt collectors. Okay, I'm about to get into it. We had a couple of comments and questions that brought this back up to the forefront of mind once again, okay? Once again. Now, here's the first one. Hey, what's up, Brandon? I sent out the debt validation letter to the collection agency, which you can get at 609creditrepair.com, and they sent back a copy of the phone bill. Nothing, capitalized it, nothing with my signature on it. Just several copies of pages of phone bill. This is what I believe they sent to the credit bureaus for validation. A couple question marks on it. Validate? Really? Like, really? No, this can't be sufficient to put a stamp on somebody and say that it's mine. No way! Exclamation. He exclaims this, right? You should be too. You know that's wrong. I've attached several images so you can take a look at it, so forth and so on. Okay? So, took a look. It's just a bill. There's no signature, there's no video, there's no audio recording, there's nothing. Right? Somebody could type up any invoice, send it to you, and say that it's yours. Anybody could put anything on anyone's credit report. That's why you don't be paying these debt collectors. That's why you never pay these debt collectors. And there's more reasons why. So stay tuned. We're going to teach you how and why and how to get this negative stuff off that's been violating your rights, that can't be verified, it must be removed, and other reasons and services like the HHS.gov when it's medical, CFPB, so forth and so on, the AG. We've got all sorts of examples coming at you. Now, first and foremost, the reason you don't do it is because anyone could call you up and say, hey, you owe us such and such, without being properly validated, without proper verification, with the proper contract between you and that company. And that's the thing, it's gotta be between you and that company. You had an agreement with you and the original creditor, but you don't have any interest, and they don't have any interest with you, this collector, right? So, you know darn well that they're not supposed to be trying to collect from you. Now, this goes on, okay? This individual sent a debt validation collection letter, right? A letter to the collector. What do you do now? They sent you this back. What do you do now? This is fantastic. This is great news. This is fantastic. This is a follow-up letter to the collection agencies, okay? Have one of these at 609creditrepair.com, okay? Follow-up letter, all right? We also have collection agency fails to validate your debt letter. Okay, and if you're interested in what the original letter is, let me talk to you about it real quick, all right? Because we're gonna do all sorts of tips and tricks here for the subscriber base, okay? So, we wanna validate. This is what this individual sent out. I know it's a gentleman, so I'll say he, this guy, all right? Sent out, okay? And I'm not gonna it's a couple, okay? So I'm not gonna go on and on. I'm gonna get you the gist of it because you can get it at 609creditrepair.com, or we can do it for you at theawesomelife.com, all right? Much success with this. So this letter is being sent in response to the notice from your company, more importantly due to erroneous reporting on the credit bureaus, all right? Highly negative, impacting my personal score, the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act goes on. This is for validation. I want to know, here we go. What money you say I owe you. Explain, show how you calculate this. Provide me copies of any papers that show I agree to pay this, right, with you and your company. Provide verification, a copy of a quote-unquote judgment if there is something out there, which a lot of you do not have. Because you've been watching this channel, you'll know how to handle this stuff. But just in case, you can put that out there. Say, hey man, do you have something court order that says I have to pay you? Do you or don't you? Oh, you don't, do you? Well, then how do you have this indebtedness? What's this instrument of indebtedness? Oh, well, we have this bill. No, that's not gonna hold up, is it? Because if you had the contract, you would have just gone to court and you would have had the judgment, wouldn't you? And that's why I was sued and the case was dismissed. My case was dismissed because they didn't have no proof, okay? So we'll talk a little bit more about that in just a second. I'm gonna finish up this letter. So, identify the original creditor, and they can identify how they purchased it, how much they paid for it, the difference in which they paid for it, the portfolio, the snapshot, the spreadsheet they have. There's all sorts of things that we know that they have that they are not telling you that they have, and how they quote unquote get this debt and have you pay it that's not 100% verified. If they told you that kind of information, they would, it'd be a world of violations, okay? Provide the statutes of limitations not expired on the account. Show me your license to collect, your bond. Show me the registered agent of service, because they start to get worried, okay? The registered agent of a company is when you prepare to file suit, you need to know where the registered agent is so you can send them, okay? You can send them a process server to serve them, because that registered agent is open during business hours, and it's usually just a law firm, okay? All right, so at this point, I'll inform your offices I reported invalid information through, you're gonna send the 609 letters to the 3 credit bureaus, and action must constitute, okay. This is so important here. Any action that they continue to collect on, right? Because they're supposed to cease collection activities during this investigation, okay? So they're not really supposed to be talking to the bureaus during this time, okay? You see how this traps them up when you send the 609 letters and the validation letters at the same time, 2-pronged approach? Sometimes 3-pronged approach. Now that we got the 623 method out there for y'all, okay? You can get all this at 609creditrepair.com in the Beyond Committed package. All right? So all of this, you can bring legal action to them for violations of the Fair Credit Reporting Act, okay? The Collector, Fair Credit Reporting Act, yes. The violation of the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, defamation of character, okay? FACTA, Fair Credit Billing Act, okay? There's a lot. State and federal laws. We're gonna go into somebody filing a complaint with the AG and collections coming off as well. All right, now, it goes on, so forth, so on, second page, and you've got more. We also request that you get this information in writing, that no telephone contact be made by your company to my home or place of employment. If your offices attempt to telephone communicate with me, including but not limited computer-generated calls and calls correspondence sent to or with any third parties, it will be considered harassment, okay? There's so many good things in this letter. There's so many great case laws that we have, right, that people are utilizing. And this is the thing, lawyers use the same case laws over and over and over and over and over again, guys. They go with the tried and trusted and true, and people get concerned. They're like, well, people keep using the same case laws, okay? They work because it's the law. The law is what gets these guys trapped up with their violating your rights, okay? Violating your rights. So you want to have the right letters that quote the right laws, that quote the right Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, that quote the right Fair Credit Reporting Act, that quote the right case laws. That's what you want. That's why these systems are in place for you at 609creditrepair.com. That's what we've learned, and the violations that are on your reports can be leveraged for deletions. TheAwesomeLifeGroup.com, where we can do it for you, okay? So this individual was dealing with a collector, okay? Sent that first round of letters. Now, they failed to validate it. So after a collection agency fails to validate the debt, this letter can be sent to the credit bureaus, and of course you can send a follow-up letter to let them know. Now, this one that you send to the credit bureau, you are stating that you sent out letters, right? So I'm writing to dispute the account referenced above, dispute the account information, it's inaccurate, unverified, unvalidated, and all that good stuff on the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. I've contacted the collection agency. It goes on and on and on. The FCRA requires you to verify and validate the item within 30 days. If the validation cannot be verified, right? So if the validity of it, if it can't be 100% accurate, it must be removed by law. There's a clear case of unverified debt here. I should remove this item before I am forced to take legal action. It goes on, I prefer not to litigate, please, blah, 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 right? All there, okay? And I paraphrase this stuff. I'm paraphrasing. I'm gonna have to sit here and read all this stuff to you because you know what? I don't wanna bore you to death. You come here for the credit repair to learn how to do it on your own, where you can do it, 609creditrepair.com, all right? Now, the follow-up letter to the collection agency is cool. The reason you're doing this is to shut them down again from being able to, guess what? Talk to the credit bureau when you send this letter into them. You see how we do it? You see how we do it, fam? You see how we do it? See if they violate your rights. Because if they come back verified, you'd be like, how did you verify this, brother? Very intriguing. Very intriguing. System is set up for you guys very, very well, okay? So it goes on, under Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, I have the right to request validation of the debt that I say you owe me. I previously sent a request for validation of my debt. Account number's here, all right? Since you are still reporting this account, you are now in violation of the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. You can be subject to fines of $1,000, so forth and so on, okay? It's all right here. So those are your letters. Those are the things, that's just the skim of it, right? The tip of the iceberg, that you got all the power in that Beyond Committed package. All this stuff. We're seeing deletions on all sorts of people. Really, there's all sorts of people that are getting great scores. They're going up. It's fantastic. You have a very unique credit report, so yours is going to be a little bit different, but you will see very, very soon how powerful these laws are for you. All right? So make sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell for notifications so you keep getting this great information. All right? So this is why you don't have to pay these suckers until they say and have you and provide something that actually is proof. And that's what happened to me. So we're getting back to my lawsuit situation, okay? So a big time collection company out there, okay? I'm not gonna say the name, okay? I'm not gonna say the name. I promised myself I wouldn't say the name. Not gonna let it slip tonight. But if it happened to me and the case was dismissed and they could not collect, it can be the same for you, right? They aren't able to collect. Had a lawyer draft up a lot of stuff like this. This is where I learned a lot of this information. Okay, it wasn't before I was sued, it was after I was sued. That was when I learned a lot of this stuff. Because I didn't know where to turn. I was frightened, I was scared, I was a young kid. This was a while ago, okay? This was a good while ago. But they had to provide how they stored their documents. Okay, they had to show the computers that it was on, where they got it from, chain of custody basically. It was a whole discovery. Okay, contracts. It went even beyond a signed contract. It was like, yeah, well, even if you have that, I want to see how you stored it. How did you get it? How do you have an agreement with my client? I mean, the discovery was crazy long tome. And they backed down. They played games and they waited. Okay, the collector waited and waited and waited. They wanted to see if I was going to break on my side. And they wanted to settle, and I was like, well, I'd be willing to go to court and all this. And my lawyer was like, okay, cool. Let's see if we have to show up on the courthouse steps and talk to the attorney and all this stuff. They dropped it. They knew it was going to be too much for them to go to court, pay their attorneys, try and squeeze all this tightly and say all these things when they didn't have a contract, right? They didn't have anything. So it was dismissed. Done with. Saved my tuchus from the fire. And that's what I hope to do and pass along to you, because it changed my life. That changed my life. And it's gonna change your life right here. So if this video's helping you out, give a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications. I do live videos, live Q&As for you guys, okay? Live Q&As. You can watch some of these live Q&As. They're a couple hours here, a couple hours there, an hour there, an hour there. It's packed full of value for you and how you can repair your own credit and utilize the letters at 609creditrepair.com. All right? So, this individual was worried about a collector, and they answered the call, okay? They answered the call. They answered the phone. They say, I already answered a call from them. Am I in trouble for picking up the call and confirming it's me? Thanks. No. And this is what I want you guys to understand, because you get concerned that you picked up and you said, hey, this is Brandon, right? Hey, is Brandon there? Hey. Now, I'm very cautious about this stuff. People will actually ask my name on the phone. They'll be like, hey, is this Brandon? I'll be like, who's calling? Who's calling, please? You're not confirming or denying you are or not. You're not answering their question. I think some people get caught up in questions. I'll ask you, hey, what's your name? Why do you want to know? Great. You didn't answer, you didn't deny or confirm anything. You're asking your own question. Okay? So when somebody calls you, hey, is this Brandon? Who's calling, please? Well, it's so-and-so with a financial matter. Okay, well, all of so-called financial matters go through my attorney. Do you want to talk to my attorney? Or do you want to talk to his attorney? You don't even have to say it's you, right? You can say his attorney. From my understanding, you might want to talk to his attorney. Or is there somewhere that I can call back? Or who is calling, right? Because they may not want to say. They're supposed to identify who they are by law and what they want, and only if they know it's you. So it's up to you. Now, most of the time, you don't need to talk to them. So if you know it's a collector, boop, boop, you don't have to worry about it, okay? You can hang up on these suckers. Are you in trouble because you confirmed it's you? No. No. Again, that is not a signed contract between you and that company agreeing to pay that company, okay? It's not a verbal agreement that you're gonna pay that company, right? It's not it's not anything. You're just saying who you are, okay? So don't sweat it, don't worry about it. Even in many cases where they're like, are you gonna pay it? It's very difficult for them to squeeze blood out of you, squeeze blood from stone, because they don't have a contract between you and them, okay? They don't have a contract. So don't be picking up the phone with these suckers. Don't be talking to them. Don't be giving them nothing. Send them a cease and desist letter. Send them letters that we have here that says, don't call me, don't talk to me, everything must be in the mail, all right? So don't sweat it. Now you're thinking. And we had another question. I know what you're thinking. What, Brandon, what if I already paid? What if I paid him? What do I do now? It's on my credit. I paid, man. I didn't get to your videos in time, brother. I was messing around with something else. I didn't hit that subscribe button. I didn't hit that bell for notifications. I missed your live stream, brother. What do I do now? I done paid everything. Well, it's gonna be okay. You can still have this unverified account deleted from your report, okay? You can still have this account deleted from your report. You still send the letters, you still go through the process. Couple of things about this. Number one, they may not want to spend the time, money, resources verifying this information. They already got their money, okay? So they're gonna miss the verification, they're gonna take this time. You have to understand, it costs them money. The eOscar system they utilize, the electronic system they utilize. Try to stop that. Try to stop that, yeah. What they utilize, it costs them money. A lot of these collectors can get their stuff cut off, their electronic verification process cut off. They get their stuff just cut off when they ain't paying the bill. A lot of times that's when they have a very difficult time automatically updating, verifying, I say, right? These accounts, these little suckers drop the heck off. So that's one thing that can happen and play in your favor. We've already paid, okay? So they don't want to spend the time and resources. Why? Okay. The other thing is, just because you paid does not, again, paying it does not verify anything, okay? People get worried. They're like, oh, well, they said, but you paid the account. So, you ever pay for a coffee or a meal for somebody? You ever have an authorized user on your account and you have to pay for them? Right? Paying does not verify nothing. I'm sure you pay stuff for your children right now, or your family right now, or for a loved one right now, taking care of, helping out, taking care of the family. I know a lot of people be taking care of fam, okay? That's good on you. But that doesn't make that yours. And so they want to say, well, you paid it, it's got your name on it, we got your check on it. Okay. So what? Prove it. Prove it. Prove it. Prove it's mine. Well, yeah. Yeah. How do you know it's mine? Well, you paid it. I've heard this. I've heard it before. I've literally heard it before from a collector. And they still scream and get squeamish and wiggle around it because they know it's not proof. It's not. It's not enough. It's not enough. You see why we're not paying these debt collectors. You see why we're never paying them, and you see why you don't need to pay them, right? So, just because you paid, you're okay, you can dispute it, you can come off and can boost your credit score. Now, you're probably wondering, you're like, well, how, Brandon, I got all these collections, I got all this stuff, but you're not talking about, medical stuff, okay? You're talking about bank cards and stuff, but what about banks and medical? I got you, I see you, I see what you want, all right? What about a new collection that come up on the report, okay? What about the new, this is interesting. An individual actually asks about collections not on the credit report, okay? How do I tackle new collections before it goes to the credit report? That's wonderful, that's fantastic. So, if you're proactive about it, it's a similar process. You send letters directly to the collectors, okay? You have them, quote unquote, validate it, right? Can they validate it? If they can't, you have a letter to send to the bureaus saying that they can't validate it immediately after they put it on. So you see it's on there? No problem. I already sent some letters to these collectors because they were sending me this Dunning letter, okay? They just send a letter out hoping that you don't respond within 30 days. But we know better here, right? So in 30 days, they'll send a letter and they'll say, hey, if you don't respond to this in 30 days, we're gonna assume this debt is yours. No, We send the collection validation letter, we send another one when they don't respond, we send another one when they don't validate it, and we send something to the credit bureaus. If it pops up as quote unquote verified or validated, and they won't be able to verify it or validate it or get it 100% accurate or whatever it is they're trying to do, and you can have it removed. Now, you said, well, what do you do if they don't want to play games, they don't want to play ball, right? AG, Attorney General, okay? The Attorney General took care of the collector after several letters demanding the medical provider refuse to bill health insurance, so forth and so on. This comment on YouTube, which we're gonna get into, okay? That was a specific medical one. And we've seen similar complaints with the AG, the Better Business Bureau, CFPB. When it's medical, you can go to the hhs.gov, the health. All right, so hhs.gov is a part of the Office of Civil Rights, okay? So you can work on these collectors even before they get to your report. This is why you don't gotta, this is why you don't wanna pay them. You don't wanna pay these fools, okay? You don't pay nobody, all right? Now, medical. Medical is interesting. Medical, they've gotta have even more verification. It is even better for you. Okay, I know you're thinking, oh, so medical is big, it's tough, so no, it's better for you because you got HIPAA rights on top of your other rights, even more. Okay, so violations in HIPAA. They're sending out medical records, medical codes, medical practices, medical stuff, and they don't send you a signed HIPAA release form. You got them dead to rights on these HIPAA violations. And what you can do is there's literally a complaint on your health privacy rights, okay? Your health privacy rights. Health information privacy, okay? hhs.gov, Office of the Civil Rights. Violation in HIPAA. That's where you go to after you send your collection validation letters. They send you something back with all this medical information on it without your HIPAA release. You send a letter, a HIPAA letter, to the credit bureaus to say, hey, my HIPAA rights were violated. So many V's, violated, and they need to take this off immediately. They don't. You've got the hhs.gov, you got CFPB, okay? You've got the Attorney General's office, like this individual did in the Attorney General's office here, okay? It's working on a medical debt after an accident and went to the hospital. The hospital didn't want to take the insurance. Sent out some letters just like this, okay? Just like we're talking about. They're trying to play games, go right to the Attorney General, and they took care of the collector. And this came off the reports. And this is great. Medical provider refused to pay the health insurance, right? And the victim had nothing to do with this payment of this account, right? So the individual who had this issue had nothing to do with this, okay? The medical bill was paid by an attorney after the settlement with the auto insurance, okay? So the auto insurance didn't want to pay, okay? The medical insurance didn't want to pay. So this person who was in this scenario had this medical bill on. Sent the validation letters, everybody's playing games. Oh no, well they're supposed to pay. Auto insurance supposed to pay. No, health insurance supposed to pay. Oh no, well you're supposed to pay. Well, we clean all that up right quick and send the letters. Don't know what's going on. Go to the AG. Collection gone. Payment taken care of. Y'all have rights, okay? It's the same for you. When your rights get violated, you force them to be adhered to. And that's get you the deletions, all right? So don't be paying these guys, never pay these debt collectors. Don't be paying nothing, Jack, okay? Nothing until it gets verified, 100%, 100%. This goes very well too with the 623 method. Now we got the 623 method, right? We've been talking about this. We can send a letter directly to the creditor and see if they've sent stuff over to the collection agency. So if you have an original creditor on there and you're like, well, hey, who's responsible? How are you verifying this with the credit bureau? Because you see on my videos, right? 623 method, and it's available to you, 609creditrepair.com, Beyond Committed package, or we can do it for you at theawesomelife.group.com. You send a letter, they say, oh, well, we don't have any more information. We sent it all to the collector. Great, so the collector should have it. So one, you need to delete it and take it off. But I've done an investigation that says you should have all the pertinent details. Why don't you? Oh, well, we don't. Oh, great. Well, we're not paying you. Never paying, never going to get it, 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 right? Successful. Successful. I think we did excellent on this. All these letters available to you at 609creditrepair.com. We can do it for you at theawesomelifegroup.com. All right, if this video helps you out, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. We'll talk more about this stuff live, or I answer your questions, Q&As live. All right, so you can get right to me. We do this credit repair, because credit repair starts now. Okay, put in the comments below. Credit repair starts now. I'm part of the subscribe tribe. When you hit that subscribe button, put part of the subscribe tribe down below. I appreciate you all. We're almost at 60,000 subscribers, man. 60,000 subscribers. This is amazing. This is a blessing. You are a blessing in my life, and I hope to be a blessing in yours. And until I see you in person, I will see you on the other side. Take care.